Hello there, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is April 28th, 2024. A few things to go over really right off the bat. Today I'm not trying to be cagey with anybody. I have extensive time commitments that are going to prevent me from responding to anybody's email, and I'm not going to be in front of a computer. I'm going to be outside in the 90-degree heat, power washing a deck and cleaning a house and cleaning out a moldy garage and going to the dump and preparing a house to get ready for sale and doing a whole bunch of other things that have to get done today. So I'm not even going to be paying attention to any of this. So if I have not responded to your emails, it's because I'm not even looking at them today. I won't have time to do any of that until after tonight. I really should be doing all that right now. But I know everybody wants to see obviously picks of the day for baseball and everything. So we're going to get it done. I'm sending out an email also to everyone that's subscribed to the MLB algorithm. I know I've been getting a lot of requests about, are you running this? Are you doing this anymore? Don't leave us, Ken. I know everybody kind of wants me to continue. So I'll send out a series of questions in the email just about what you guys might want me to do here if I try to continue this into May. It's an extensive time requirement, as you have noted, especially if you're updating these files yourself, especially with baseball. So just take a look at the questions in the email as I send it out and answer those, and then we'll go from there. But today you're not going to see anything coming out of me until after the sun goes down today. So keep that in mind. So let's go over all the sports. First, hockey, 4 games today, starting at 2:30, pretty early. Notice the projections are always kind of the same every day because stats are frozen at the end of the season. So the only thing ever really changes are the injury report, which slightly affects things sometimes. So we're seeing a lot of the same things, which is Winnipeg over Colorado and a lot of goals. Um, this Nashville Vancouver game is close always, and the Rangers ending the Caps season tonight, and Edmonton probably beating LA. So keep those things in mind. NBA, similar situation where the stats are frozen at the end of the season. It's only the injury report that ends up getting changed. What you see is that Timberwolves over the Suns at that 8% margin. It's a very generous line. I feel like it's just because it's in Phoenix. That minus 110 looks good. The Knicks against a Sixers team that has Embiid back, and that's why it keeps favoring the Knicks slightly, but they're at an underdog line, and Philadelphia is a really good team with Embiid, so it's a tough game to play. And the Knicks burnt us last time, so it's a tough game to play. Bucks are really hurting against the Pacers, and that's why you're seeing this 350 line here. This is a game that probably goes the way of the Pacers with these really bad injuries, and that's why that line is really juicy for Milwaukee, but they're probably not going to win with that injury number. But the Clippers could beat the Mavericks down here at this close margin. That's also a good line. So keep all those things in mind. If there's a pick of the day when it comes to NBA, it's probably going to be the Timberwolves. But let's go over what everybody cares about right now, which is baseball. Ran the macro over here, and seeing right at the top, you have these 2 games above 10% margin. Everything else looks like a very close game today, all under 10% margin. Tentatively looking like the Dodgers are going to be the pick of the day. So let's go through the list and see if that is the case. A lot of early games because it's Sunday. You've got Oakland and Baltimore. Baltimore, Suarez has not let up a run yet this year. Blackburn's a good pitcher, though. So it does say Baltimore wins this game. That's another one that's on here for a parlay or a round robin as the number 2 pick of the day. Says they can beat Blackburn. Cleveland and Atlanta. Atlanta, slightly low scoring game. Once again, Bryce Elder has not led in a run, but he's only got 6 innings pitched. Both these pitchers haven't pitched that much this year, Ben Lively or Bryce Elder. Line's not great for only a 3% margin as it's really close, but it would say Atlanta slightly. Here supposedly is our number 1 pick. Does this all make sense? Yeah, it does make sense. It's the Gaussman again. So this is because of Gaussman's reputation from previous years as being the gas man. And you can see he just really hasn't performed this year. And the Dodgers, Yarbo pitches pretty well. The lineup factor favors the Dodgers. Every single thing except Yarbo only goes about 3 innings a game. So you might be reliant on the bullpen of the Dodgers a little bit more than normal. But because their bullpen ERA is still pretty decent and better than Toronto, I cannot see any stat here that favors Toronto. And those are our guidelines really for whether or not it's the pick of the day. And the fact that they are even money, even more so says yes. So the pick of the day is the Dodgers, everybody. Go Dodgers. Kansas City, Detroit slightly favors Detroit today, but it's a very close margin. Washington and Miami here for the first time. We're favoring Miami by score, but not by margin. The algorithm is confused, and that's because Corbin is going, and that's what's confusing things. So, Washington was our pick of the day the last 2 days in a row. Here, it could go either way, and that's because of Corbin pitching. St. Louis, once again, score mixed with margin. Doesn't agree. Doesn't know who's going to win the St. Louis Mets game. Tampa Bay White Sox. Yep, Tampa Bay. Will the White Sox sweep a series at home against Tampa Bay? Notice you get a minus 135 line there, which feels like it's great against the White Sox. Eric Freddy's actually one of the better pitchers, though, on the White Sox. Zach Little's pretty good, too. Both these teams have trouble hitting. I don't know. We'll stay away. We'll stay away from that game. But it does have Tampa Bay as the number 3 pick, and that line, you can see the line on Tampa Bay in previous days was minus 200 and change. But today it's only minus 135, and that's because they've already blown 2 games against the White Sox. Yankees in Milwaukee has Milwaukee by a little bit of a margin in the underdog line. Tobias Myers has pitched well in his first 5 innings. Stroman's also a good pitcher, though. So yeah, extremely close day. You can see it's going to be one of those days where there's just not a lot of huge disparities in teams, and we're lucky to find this Dodger game up here. So I'm glad to see something with a reasonable line at the top because it makes the pick of the day pick relatively easy, as all of these other games are so close. We're back to Cincinnati, Texas. Favor Cincinnati slightly at an underdog line with Abbott going. Houston and Colorado. I don't know if this game's in Mexico City. Yeah, the over-under set at 16, so it must be. Does say Houston, they're minus 215, but Colorado's pretty bad. And will there be over 12.5 runs? Maybe. Pittsburgh and San Francisco. Pittsburgh slightly with Jared Jones going. A lot of very close to even lines because close to even games. Minnesota, LA. Says LA, but it's the closest games of the entire day. So once again, don't know what to do there. Seattle over Arizona at minus 130 with Logan Gilbert going. He's a really good pitcher. That's actually looks like a much more solid pick down here. Seattle. Philly, again, they won yesterday. Here they're at an underdog line at a 5% margin. Taijuan Walker making his first start for Philadelphia this season. These are his last season stats, and it's the only pitcher we're using 2023 stats for. It's Taijuan Walker. So he'll probably pitch okay. I don't know if he's fighting injury from last year or something. I think he got traded from the Mets or somewhere else. Philadelphia can win this game, but you're getting that underdog line because it's probably his first start here this season. And then the Cubs and Boston, and low scoring game that goes the favor of Boston. Will they win 17-0 again today? Hayden Wisniewski says no. Says I won't give up 17 runs. I don't give up any runs in my first 6 innings. But as you can tell, it looks like a really, really tough day. But we have something to root for, and that is the Dodgers to try to continue our pick of the day streak at, I believe, 13 days we're going for now. So good luck, everybody. Go Dodgers, and check your email. And I won't be responding to emails until after sunset. All right. Good luck. May all your picks be winning, and go Dodgers.